Every address contains a curious redundancy. You write the street name, the city, the state, and then a string of characters that seems to repeat what you just provided. Yet postal codes persist across 160 countries worldwide, each one solving the same fundamental problem. How do you sort millions of pieces of mail quickly enough that people actually receive them on time? The answer reveals something counterintuitive. Postal codes don't describe where you live, they describe how to get there. This distinction became critical on the 1st of July 1963, when the United States introduced the 5-digit zip code, Zone Improvement Plan. By then, postal volume had exploded from 27 billion pieces in 1940 to 76 billion by 1966. The old system required letters to pass through approximately 17 sorting stops. Trained postal workers, many lost to World War II, couldn't keep pace. Postal Inspector Robert Moon proposed a 3-digit code system in 1944, with each code pointing to a sectional center facility. Inspector H. Bentley Hahn developed the final 2 digits. Together, they created something elegant. The first digit divides America into 10 zones, from 0 for New England through 9 for the West Coast. The second and third digits point to one of 553 sectional centers, and the final 2 identify the local post office. The genius lies in what the code ignores. It doesn't care about state lines or municipal borders. It only cares about sorting efficiency, creating a map not of land, but of infrastructure nodes. The brilliance of a system means nothing if nobody uses it. Research indicates that successful infrastructure adoption requires more than engineering. It demands storytelling. When the zip code launched, the Post Office Department created Mr. Zip, a cartoon letter carrier appearing on lunchboxes, tin banks, and board games. Singer Ethel Merman recorded a promotional jingle to Zip-a-dee-doo-dah. Dick Tracy endorsed the system in comic strips. The campaign made the invisible visible. Before zip codes, sorting was a black box. Mr. Zip explained the journey, not just the destination. The slogan, "Mail moves the country," and "Zip code moves the mail," reframed postal codes as civic contribution rather than bureaucratic burden. By making codes mandatory for bulk mailers in 1967, the system achieved nearly 100% compliance. Studies estimate zip codes add approximately $10 billion annually to the economy, with external value exceeding internal postal service benefits. Yet human behavior resists change. When Zip Plus 4 launched in 1983, adding 4 digits to identify delivery sectors, Americans ignored it. They'd learned 5 digits worked fine. Only postal perfectionists adopted the 9-digit format. The lesson was clear. You can't bolt precision onto a system after people learn approximation suffices. This pattern repeats globally. The Philippines adopted zip terminology, one of only 2 countries alongside the U.S., implementing 4-digit codes, but usage remains optional, and many residents don't know their codes. Ireland became the last OECD country to create a national system in 2015. Before that, 35% of premises had non-unique addresses, requiring postal workers to remember which family names matched which houses. The United Kingdom prioritized human memory over mechanical precision. London pioneered postal districts in 1857 when Sir Rowland Hill divided the capital into 10 compass-based sections. This expanded gradually, achieving nationwide coverage when Norwich received modern alphanumeric postcodes in 1959 during trials with 8 automatic sorting machines. The full rollout took 15 years, completing in 1974. The UK system uses letters for memorability. Manchester gets M codes, Oxford gets O, York gets Y. London claims all compass points. The structure mirrors American zip logic. The outward code shows destination area. The inward code guides mail to delivery. The first letters identify the post town. Numbers indicate districts, and final letters designate delivery routes, covering typically 10 addresses. What makes the UK system remarkable is its precision despite age. With approximately 1.8 million postcodes covering 32 million addresses, UK codes sort precisely enough to almost replace addresses entirely. You could write just the postcode and house number and expect delivery. The alphanumeric format allows greater variation than pure numbers. Royal Mail maintains the postcode address file database, receiving 4,000 to 5,000 daily updates. As towns grow or buildings divide, the system accommodates change without restructuring. The UK has 121 postcode areas, subdividing into nearly 3,000 postal districts and 11,200 postal sectors. Ireland asked a provocative question in the 21st century, starting from scratch with modern technology. What would you build? The answer shocked logistics experts. Ireland went random. The Eircode system, introduced in July 2015 after a €27 million contract, assigns each of Ireland's 2.2 million addresses a unique 7-character code. The first 3 form a routing key, 139 distinct codes, for and post sorting. Cork starts with T12, Limerick with V94, Waterford with X35. These are deliberately non-mnemonic, prioritizing sorting efficiency over recall. Then comes the revolutionary part. The last 4 characters are completely random. This randomness was intentional. The unique identifier creates one-to-one code-to-address relationships. Adjacent houses have unrelated codes. To humans, it looks chaotic. To automated sorting machines, it's perfect. The random characters are GPS coordinates in disguise, stored in the central database with precise longitude and latitude for each address. Machines read codes, compare them to the database, and know exactly where mail lands. The system sparked controversy. Delivery companies complained about lacking hierarchical information for route planning. Privacy advocates worried unique codes could enable individual tracking. Emergency services feared typos might send ambulances kilometers away. Major carriers like UPS and FedEx requested Ireland switch to sequenced codes, but Ireland's approach solved a problem plaguing other countries. When towns grow or buildings divide, sequential systems require reassigning codes, forcing residents to remember new codes for unchanged addresses. In Ireland's random system, if your mailbox never moves, your code never changes. Randomness creates perfect stability. The evolution of postal codes reveals a principle about human infrastructure. Every system encodes assumptions about available technology and problems worth solving. The UK's 19th century compass districts assumed human sorters needing memorable patterns. America's 1,963 zip codes assumed mechanical sorting by workers, processing codes, but not whole addresses. Ireland's 2015 Eircode assumes optical character recognition systems, reading entire addresses, paired with databases cross-referencing millions of unique codes in real time. These assumptions shape possibilities. Old sorting systems required 17 stops per piece. Modern zip sorting reduced this dramatically. Studies reveal post-coded letters sort 20 times faster and more accurately than manual sorting, thanks to equipment handling 30,000 pieces hourly. Optical character recognition systems, introduced nationally in 1985, automatically read postcodes and apply phosphorescent codes to envelopes. The UK's integrated mail processors, introduced in 1997, process mail from arrival to dispatch in one machine. Science shows infrastructure doesn't just move things, it reorganizes social possibilities. Before postal codes, emergency services struggled locating addresses where streets shared names or had inconsistent numbering. After postal codes, addresses became coordinates. Postal codes enabled mail delivery, insurance calculations, census enumeration, route planning software, and location services. Postal codes became universal reference systems, more accessible than latitude-longitude, more precise than town names alone. Evidence demonstrates postal codes succeed when solving real problems for infrastructure operators, not creating elegant abstractions for planners. The journey matters more than the destination, and sometimes the most logical system looks completely random until you understand what it really does. As we've seen through this journey, seemingly mundane things like postal codes reveal fascinating layers of history, technology, and even cultural priorities across the globe. From the playful Mr. Zip campaign to Ireland's uniquely random Eircode system, each approach tells a story about how societies organize themselves and connect with one another. It's incredible to consider how something designed for mail delivery can illuminate so much more about infrastructure and social evolution. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this peek behind the curtain, please give us a like and share your own discoveries of unexpected knowledge in the comments below.